Sorry for crying. Ah. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a spoilery review for the first time, and it is about the book Freak the Mighty by Rodman Philbrick. I do have a spoiler-free review and I'll link it up above so you guys can see what it's like if you haven't read it. And then if you've watched that, you've read the book, and you want to come back and watch this, it would be fantastic because I absolutely love this book and I can't wait to share it with everybody. So without further ado, let's get going. So this book follows two preteen boys. Number one, Kevin and Max. So Kevin is a little person and he's about 3 feet tall, and he has a disease where his body stopped growing, but his organs actually are still developing at a normal rate. And so his body isn't able to house his normal sized organs. And he uses a walker or some crutches to get around. And then he's also extremely intelligent. He reads a lot, and he loves science and all of those types of things. Kevin is very adventurous. He loves to go out and find new things and explore, and then you have Max, who is quite literally the opposite. He is ginormous in size, and he is told to have a learning disability, and he is very quiet, very rarely talks, and it just follows him as their friendship kind of blossoms. So if that intrigues you, stop right here, go get the book, read it, and then come back. Otherwise, please stop watching because I am going to get into some spoiler sections, and I don't want to spoil anybody because this book is so amazing that everybody just needs to read it. First thing I want to talk about are characters. So I love all of the characters in this book. And every time I read it, I kind of relate to a different character. So when I was younger, I really liked Kevin. I thought he was funny, I thought he was charismatic, I thought he was intelligent and entertaining. And then as an adult, I actually can relate a lot more to the adult characters, obviously, but really a lot with the mother of Kevin, because I work with people who have disabilities, and so I understand where she's coming from and how she wants him to have this full and rich life, even though he has a disability, because he's human, and he deserves that, because every human deserves a happy life regardless of disability. I also loved the development of Graham, because Graham had the viewpoint of poor boy, oh poor sweet boy, poor boy, towards Kevin, and she kept calling him poor boy, or where's the little boy. And Max had to teach her that, hey, just because he's little doesn't mean he's poor. He's so smart. He's like the smartest person in the entire world. And I just so even as an old grandmother, you still need to be learning how to approach disability and how to not judge just because of the way someone looks, and that was beautiful. So another character that I felt was very well done, and the actual character development was beautiful, and that was the grandfather. So they call him Grim, obviously. I love that, by the way, Grim and Graham, so cute. Such a cute way to bring in these characters. And so Graham is pretty easygoing. She loves Max, but then Grim is very much like Max. He's very quiet and very introspective, and Max kind of feels like his grandpa doesn't like him, and that Grim is grim without the best way to describe him. He's kind of grim, and by the end of the book, you kind of stop thinking that he's grim and that he's just so sweet, and he just loves Max so very much, and I love that. I loved that development. And then obviously my favorite character, I'm not crying, you're crying, shut up. And then we have Max, who's my favorite character this time around, because his character development is flawless. He starts out as this son of Killer Kane, he has no brain. And it's just amazing how Kevin teaches him how to not only to read but to create and to bring knowledge and excitement and storytelling to his life. And then also like how to like do hard things, because Max was the type of person that would hide and he wouldn't try to do anything, and he was just so afraid to try. One of my favorite aspects of this book is Kevin's ability to create this piece of hope, which is him being turned into a robot, the first man bot, because they're going to build him his own body that can house his organs. And it shows you that Kevin kind of comes across as an adult in this book, because he's so eloquent and he has all of these words and he has all of these amazing ideas and concepts, and he's so wise beyond his years that you kind of have to forget that he is just a child. And this level of hope that is put in here, with him telling Max that he's going to be a robot and he's going to live forever because of all of this amazing technology, is his way to cope, is his way to still be a child when he's living this life that is like with a timeline and with a ticking time bomb, really. And it's just about him living and choosing hope. And then when Kevin passes away and Max is going, hey, what about his robot? Aren't they going to turn him into a robot? And like, I need him. Like, I can't be me without him. How many of us have lost somebody and we have those same thoughts? I cannot be me without you. Or even like a breakup or anything in your life where you just feel like you can't be who you need to be without this person. And I love it. Sorry for crying. I do have one gripe. Please, like, tell me, if you're going to have a villain in the story, please tell me why they're the villain and how they got there, even if it is just like a small little section, because I don't like conflict put in there for the fact of being a conflict. And there is that in this book, because you do have Max's dad killed his wife. So Max's dad killed Max's mom. And I didn't really get to know why, or why did he turn into this awful human being, and why, you know? And that wasn't answered in this, and I wish it would have been, because that would be a very cool piece of the book and of the story, because like, that's a good point, that not all people start out bad. They didn't come out of the womb thinking, I'm going to grow up to be a killer. There's a process, and it's slow, and it's subtle, and it's intriguing, and it's just kind of missed in books, I think. Let me know down in the comments what your guys' thoughts were of this book, and if you read it as a child, or if you had never heard of it and decided to pick it up when I told you about it. I'm going to go cry in a box now. Okay, bye.